Hey, thanks for clicking on this video. To help support us, click that like button and make sure to hit subscribe. All right, I am here with Malik Melo before Boom Pro Wrestling. Malik, you're one of the resident big men in the in this region. Do you feel a sense of responsibility, putting guys like Casey Ferreira on the map, wrestling guys like Mecha Wolf at WrestleCore? Is there a sense of responsibility coming with that?
Of course not. I'm just doing myself. But seriously, I just try to make sure that what I do out there makes a ton of sense. There's a lot of things I can do, given my size, given my athleticism, but I just want to make sure that, one, everything looks good, everything I'm taking looks good, and we have a blast out there.
Awesome. So you are a part of a stable called the Entourage with Brady Malibu. Brady's been in the industry for over 10 years.
Sure.
What does it feel like kind of being under the tree of Brady Malibu and learning with the Entourage?
You know what? It has been great sailing so far. We've learned a ton as someone who's not been in the business for that long. I came up on 5 years in February, so that's a milestone for me already there. Yes, given the pandemic and everything, so it's really like 3. But yeah, I've learned a lot since I've joined the Entourage, and I've certainly had a higher profile name in the scene since I've joined the Entourage. So that's a double win for me.
Now, you mentioned coming out of COVID and stuff. It's 5 years for you, really 3.
Yes.
Was that a steeper learning curve coming in hot after COVID?
It was a bigger sense of urgency because while the only thing I could really do for a year and a half was watch other companies in the US have shows, and I couldn't really do anything besides work out in my house, which that's already limited as is. So as soon as we can get back to doing shows, I had to hit the ground running because there was nothing else I could do. I couldn't just get my sea legs under me, so to speak. I had to run and figure things out as I went.
And it's proving that you learned quickly, you were able to adapt. How does that feel like coming in and actually being that big presence on the scene as well?
Oh, for me, there's no other option. I have to do so, or I just let myself down. And there's one thing I'm not gonna do is let myself down.
Absolutely. So we talked about being a part of the Entourage. Your quick rise in the scene. Do you have any goals locally right now?
I still have not won a championship, unfortunately. I definitely need to change that. I definitely want to see outside the area again there. I've been to the island quite a bit. I was in the Okanagan last year, or really the Kootenay region, in Trail and Vernon last year. Maybe I'll be up there again. But I definitely want to see Seattle again. I want to see Alberta again. One of my main goals is to see the East Coast again as well, being from Toronto. Haven't actually had a chance to wrestle in Toronto just yet, so that's still up there as one of the goals.
Well, one day we'll look to see you in Toronto, make that debut wrestling match out that way.
Yes, one day. Maybe, hopefully soon, but one day.
Absolutely. And then talk about your time at Lions Gate Dojo.
Yeah, so I found out randomly on an Instagram ad in I want to say what year that was, 2019, maybe in January-ish. I was at the gym, saw the ad on Instagram for a tryout in Surrey. I was living in Richmond at the time. I didn't know how to get into the business to begin with. I figured that's probably my only chance to get in. So we went on a train to Surrey in February, snow on the ground, cold as hell in this warehouse, and I gave it my all wearing basketball shoes. And here I am 5 years later.
Awesome. And talk about one of your favorite or most cherished memories so far from the Lions Gate Dojo.
It's been a lot of long days in the gym with my trainers there. I started with Billy Suede and Cap Power, and I was trained with Tony Baroni and Nicole and Artemis Spencer. So I feel like all 5 of them helped mold who I am right now. So I always say, whenever asked me who am I trained by, I always say all 5, absolutely, because it's all in equal parts of the puzzle, really.
Yeah, for sure. And taking all 5 of those pieces and the 5 perspectives from all of them and putting it all together into your little monster.
Absolutely, because you have the technical insight, you have a brawling insight, you have a showmanship insight there, you have a full wrestling insight, they did the lucha insight, how to incorporate my athleticism, how to be a big guy. It all blends together. So they were all like very instrumental.
And they're going to lead you to places like Toronto and keep going in the States and stuff like that.
And well, I always say I will always see what the world takes me to.
Awesome. And where can we find you on social media?
Find me on Instagram at TrueMalik_. That's TRUMALIK_. On Twitter at TrueMalik.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate it.